Now, we're live from Egypt in the year 51 BC when the great Egyptian civilization just fell.
Ancient Egypt is located in northern Africa and is divided into two parts, Lower and Upper. Lower Egypt is a triangular region north of Upper Egypt called the Nile Delta. It extends from the Mediterranean Sea south to where the Nile splits into two different rivers. Upper Egypt begins at the split of these two rivers and extends upstream to a city that is known as Aswan.
The ancient Egyptian civilization first started in the year 3100 BC when the Min dynasty was formed. Ancient Egypt is divided into three major time periods: Old Egypt, or Old Kingdom, Middle Kingdom, and New Kingdom. Old Kingdom lasted from 2700 BC to 2200 BC. Middle Kingdom lasted from about 2000 BC to 1650 BC, and New Kingdom started in 1500 BC and ended in about 1000 BC. The Egyptian civilization officially ended yesterday, August 30th, 30 BC, when Cleopatra VII committed suicide rather than fall to Roman Empire.
Important queens of Egypt include Cleopatra VII, who we just got word killed herself, Queen Hatshepsut, and then for kings we have Tutankhamun, Ramses II, Khufu, and Akhenaten. Now to Nick with some major accomplishments of the Egyptian civilization.
Some major accomplishments of the civilization include the pyramids, the Sphinx, using the rich soil around the Nile to grow food, invention of a calendar, and using papyrus for paper. Try saying that 5 times fast. And now, some religious facts. 2 groups of gods, sun and land. The sun gods, Ra, was their main sun god. He's often portrayed as a falcon or a ram. Osiris was one of the Nile River gods. He symbolized rebirth. Iris was Osiris's wife, a Christian symbol for the Great Flood. Now back to Jack and Mitch for some government facts.
Thanks, Nick. The ancient Egyptian civilization had a government bureaucracy, an administrative organization with officials and regular procedures. The pharaoh, the king, god, lord person, appointed 42 governors to run each of Egyptian's 42 provinces, and the vice president of the organization was called the vizier. The people of ancient Egypt believed the pharaoh was the god's way of communicating with the people, and to go against the pharaoh was suicide and not good. And that's how the ancient Egyptian civilization theocracy was able to last for almost 3,000 years. Now, live from the Pyramid of Giza, Cameron Keaton.
I'm live at the Pyramid of Giza, located in Lower Egypt. Some other cities in Lower Egypt include Cairo and Memphis. In Upper Egypt, some cities include Valley of the Kings and Thebes. Some art and technology include pyramids such as this one. Other examples are temples and statues. The Egyptians had a style in painting also. They portrayed humans through a combination of profile, semi-profile, and frontal view. Some Egyptian writing includes hieroglyphics and hieratic script. Hieroglyphics consisted of pictures in more abstract forms. They were written on temple walls and in tombs for religious purposes. Hieratic script used hieroglyphic pictures simplified to dashes, strokes, and curves. They were used for business transactions, record keeping, and daily life. Here are some examples of hieroglyphics. Now back to Jack and Mitch in the studio.
Thanks, Cameron. Egypt's social structure was shaped like a pyramid, no pun intended, with the pharaoh at the top because everybody worshipped the pharaoh. Below him were the nobles and priests. Below the nobles and priests were the merchants, artisans, scribes, and tax collectors because they all had real jobs. And at the very bottom of the pyramid / social structure were the peasants. Nobody respected the peasants, and they did all of the slave work. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time, I'm Jack Bohannon.
I'm Mitchell Kuhn.
Stay classy, Battle Creek.